Good evening. My name is Ayush Sushil and I belong to Himachal Pradesh. I am currently pursuing a BTech in computer science with specialization in big data from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies in Dehradun. Till 10th, I have done my schooling from RMN Vikram Birla Institute of Learning in Haldwani, which is in Uttarakhand itself, with 8.8 CGPA in my academics. And I completed my senior secondary education from Sri Chaitanya Institute in Telangana with 89 percentage in my academics. I explored a few tools used in big data such as Apache Hadoop and worked on the Cloudera platform. Then I now currently I am exploring Apache Lucene. Apache Lucene is a kind of like search engine that is like a library which provides a Java based search and indexing platform. Uh, I have command on Java programming language and familiar with Python programming language. And talking about the databases, so I know my SQL database, MySQL, and I like to explore and learn new things. I also have some interest in the development field, like mobile application development, and for that I am learning Flutter to develop application. And Flutter is best for me. Like we can a single code base can run on the multiple platforms like the Mac, the Windows, Linux, web, etc. So I choose the option Flutter. I also like to do open source contribution, although it is not in bulk, but whatever I think like this is important, I'll just upload it, and like which may help new learners to resolve issue faster, like that most of us face during the installation or working with the frameworks like Hive, etc., and that I have uploaded, or working with the like currently I'm working with the Lucene or the Elasticsearch. The kind of issues like that I face, whenever I find the solution, I just upload, or the new technology that I explore. So, I am the core committee member of Microsoft Technical Committee, like which is a kind of student chapter in our university, and I'm also a member of Think Big Data community. In August, our university is going to conduct a national level hackathon, the UH 3.0, and in that, I'm leading as the role as the head of resource planning management team. Now, talking about my hobbies, so I like to play badminton, and also sometimes I like to cook whenever I'm like feeling like what else I can do in my free time, like that. So, talking about the machine learning now. So, machine learning, as we know, ML, is a growing technology which enables computers to learn automatically from the past data. Okay, the machine learning algorithm or the machine learning uses various algorithms for building mathematical models which can make predictions using the historical data we give. Okay, or the past data or information. Now the question arises, why we need the machine learning. So the reason according to me, like why we need the machine learning, is that a machine is capable of doing tasks that are too complex for a person to implement them directly. So as a human, we have some limitation, like as we cannot access the huge amount of data manually. So for this we need some computer systems, obviously, and here comes the machine learning, which makes things easy for us. So machine learning enables a machine to automatically learn from data, improve its performance from its past data or from its experiences, and predict things without being explicitly programmed. Okay, so importance of machine learning can be easily understood by its use cases, like in self-driving cars, the cyber fraud detection, the face recognition, and the friend suggestions, which are used by social media platforms such as Facebook. Now, how does machine learning work? A machine learning system learns from the historical data, which builds the prediction models. and whenever it receives new data, okay, it predicts some output. Then the model checks like the output is coming valid or not. So the accuracy of predicted output depend upon the amount of data we give. Like as the huge amount of data helps to build a better model which predicts the output more accurately. Now, talking about features of machine learning uses data to detect various patterns in a given data set. Okay, so when a machine learning algorithm is applied to some data set, it recognizes or it discovers some patterns in it, which helps us. Then it can learn from past data and improve automatically, like training the model again and again, again and again, like that kind. So machine learning is similar to data mining as it also deals with huge amount of data. Like I spoke here in machine learning that as the huge amount of data is passed in our model, so our model can predict the some valid or good output. Now talking about the types of machine learning, so first one is the supervised machine learning. So supervised machine learning is a kind of machine learning method like in which we provide the sample labeled data. Now the data is labeled here, okay, to our machine learning model in order to train it, and on that basis it predict the output. So this system create a model, okay, the system creates a model using labeled data to understand the data sets and learn about each data. Once the training and processing are done, then our model is tested by providing a sample data to check whether it is predicting the exact output or not. So this is the supervised machine learning. So the goal of supervised machine learning is to map the input data with the output data. So the parts can be, or the types can be, the classification and regression in supervised machine learning. So classification and regression are nothing like the in classification the output is in classified form or categorical form, like the 0 1, true false, male female, like that. And in regression the output is in the format of discrete or the continuous form, like the temperature, age, salary, price, etc. Now the unsupervised machine learning. So unsupervised machine learning is a method in which a machine learns without any supervision. Like in in simple word I can say, like unsupervised machine learning, in unsupervised machine learning we discover patterns, okay. So and yeah, also the data is uh, the training sorry the training is provided to the machine with the set of data that has not been labeled, okay, classified or categorized. So as we know that the in the supervised machine learning the data is labeled, and in the unsupervised machine learning the data is not labeled, okay. Parts can be, or types can be, the clustering and the association. So third comes the reinforcement machine learning. So in reinforcement machine learning it is a kind of like feedback based learning method or the reward system kind of machine learning. So for like the for each right action and gets a penalty for each wrong action. Like we get a reward for doing correct thing, and we get a penalty for doing a wrong action or the wrong thing. In like that kind of learning is called reinforcement machine learning. So next comes the regression analysis in machine learning. So there are types of regression like linear regression, logistic regression. So first, regression analysis in machine learning. So regression analysis in machine learning helps us to understand the value of dependent variable which is changing correspondingly to an the independent variable when when other independent variables are fixed, okay. So it predict the continuous or the real values such as temperature, age, salary or price. So basically it helps to predict real or the continuous values, okay. So then comes the linear regression and the logistic regression. So linear, as the term say, linear, like the straight line, we can understand in simple words, the linear regression. So linear regression is a statistical regression method which is used for predictive analysis. Okay, so it is one of the very simple and easy algorithm which works on regression. Okay, which shows the relationship between the continuous variables. We can say like it is used for solving the regression problem in machine learning. Whereas the logistic regression is another supervised learning algorithm which is used to solve the classification problem. Linear regression solves the regression problems. Logistic solves the classification problems. Okay. In classification, as I told before in a previous slide, like we have the uh, output in the discrete format such as 0 1, yes or no, true false, spam not spam, female male, that kind of. So there are the continuation of the regression analysis, the polynomial regression, support vector regression, decision tree regression, and random forest regression. So as the term we can say polynomial regression is a type of regression which models the non-linear dataset using a linear model. Like the original features are transformed into polynomial features of given degree and then model using the linear model. Okay, whereas the decision tree is a supervised machine learning algorithm which can be used for both classification and regression problems. So it can solve a problem for both categorical, the classification, and the regression, the numerical kind of data. Okay, so now comes the least square estimation. Like our main goal in machine learning or the in the least square estimation is to find the best fit line. Okay, which means the error predicted between the values, the error between the predicted values and the actual values should be minimized. So we have to take care of the best fit line. Like the best fit line will have the least error. So least square estimation the is a statistical procedure to find the best fit for a set of data points by minimizing the sum of offset or residual of points from the plotted curve, like when we can see here the plotted curve. Then the least square regression is used to predict behavior of dependent variables. Okay, so the also the least square method provide the overall rationale for the placement of the line, like simple the best fit line among the data points. So these are the blue dots are our data points and the red line is our best fit line. So obviously it have the advantage also. So the advantage can be like it is not readily applicable to censored data and it can be quite sensitive to the choice of starting values. So next comes the adjusted R square. So adjusted R square simply penalizes the model for adding more useless variables. Adjusted R square is given by n, like the formula, the 1 minus 1 minus R square bracket n minus 1, this kind, n minus p minus 1, where n is our number of data points, whereas the p is our number of independent variables used in the model. Adjusted R square decreases when we add useless variable to our model and increases when we add significant variable to the model. So by adding more useless variable, the value of adjusted R square decreases. Okay. So the next slide is about the confusion matrix. Like here we can say the predictive class and this is our true class. Predictive class is nothing like the like our model predicted in a positive way or in a negative way. Similarly, this is the actual, like in positive or in negative way. So the TP first, TP stands for true positive. Like we can say our model predicted that yes, this is going to happen, and in actual it happens. So it comes in true positive. Okay, like where it is correctly predicted. Okay, whereas in the predictive class the fn stands for false negative. So false negative, like the our model predicted that this is not going to happen but in actual it happens. Like our model predicted that today it is not going to rain. Okay, it's not going to rain, but in actual it happens. So it comes under the category false negative. Similarly, FP, the false positive, like our model predicted yes this is going to happen, but in actual it doesn't. Okay, so it comes in the false positive. Whereas the true negative, TN stands for true negative, like this is our class or the our model predicted yes this is going to happen, but in actual it doesn't happen. So it comes in the true negative part. So this was my presentation and small introduction. So thank you.